Alright, this is the ninth war of Season 7 for Full Loki. We are facing MMXIV. I am on Path 5 again in this war with the team of Omega Red, OG Vision, and Magic. It's pretty late in the war when I joined. I had to wait and see if I was going to be going right or left after node 29 on the split, because there was two science champs, so depending which side I went to, I needed a different champ for my third champ, so it's about 6 hours left in the war at this point. This first node, node 10, is Magic, rank 4 Magic. Brought Omega Red in for the bypassing of the limbo damage with the tentacle hits. If you've seen some of my other war vids, I've fought here before with Omega Red. Pretty easy fight. But yeah, it's pretty late in the war at this point. 6 hours left when I started my path, and at this point we're actually losing this war. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we've just had some sloppy wars lately. Some deaths occurring to tough fights, bad matchups. Some are just early diversity nodes that deaths just shouldn't be occurring to. But, it is what it is, and we just gotta kind of roll with it. But yeah, so just gonna go at my path. Not super enthusiastically in the moment, but I also don't want to die at all, so, try and give us any chance we have at possibly winning this war. I want to get through my path as clean as possible. And moving into this next node, node 16, the Power Reserve node, had a rank 5 Mystic, which, I saw going into the fight had 0 charges, so I knew it was a Morningstar, which is a very easy fight for OG Vision. He doesn't bleed at all, so don't have to worry about the bleeds. And also with the Power Reserve, just gonna have that steady flow of specials throughout the entire fight. Constantly have her power drain throughout the entire fight. So yeah, nothing too bad here. Like always, I mean, this node with OG Vision, pretty much a cakewalk. Yeah, that's node 16, Power Reserve, Morningstar down. And next up, we have the node 23, Masochism node. As you can see, rank 5 mutant with charges. And looking at his profile, I can tell it's a Sabertooth. So, yep, same game plan as usual here with OGB. Just gonna, place the heal blocks to, try and trigger Masochism and not let it heal him, but, not gonna make that my main focus. Also, the heal blocks with OG Vision will remove all the regeneration charges that stack up on Sabertooth over the course of a fight. So, even if when placing the heal block with a special, the Masochism consumes it, it still removes his regeneration charges. So, you don't really have to worry about placing the heal block and having it not be consumed as far as removing his charges. So, really don't have to worry about removing his charges at all with OGV. As long as the special fully drains his power, you're going to remove them. But yeah, nothing too difficult about this fight, just gotta plug away at it with OG Vision. When triggering the Masochism and you can't land a parry, just bait the heavy and counter the heavy. When the Masochism's on cooldown and you can land your parries, just, get in your parries, play it nice and safe. And in the end, yeah, as long as, you don't have any mistakes, it's just really just for OG Vision, this isn't really that bad a fight. Being able to remove all his regeneration charges over the course of the fight. So, yeah, just sped up that last little bit, get through it quicker. Next up, I have the node 29, Masochism node with all the other stuff attached to it. I got a rank 5 champion on this node, so I'm going to bring in Magic. I did throw on max recoil with half suicides. Could have even threw on the full suicides because I'm only going to be using SP3s in this fight, but it's just the way it works into my masteries. It's more cost efficient and set up for me to only allocate 7 points. Like when I swap my tree, I have 7 points to put up there, so I want the max recoil for the SP3s, and might as well just, you know, put the half suicide for the extra damage. But yeah, this fight pretty easy. You really just, when playing against the champion with magic, you just want to hit into him when his Primal Fury isn't up and he doesn't have the Unstoppable buff up. Try and get your power up to SP3, and then just wait for the Primal Fury to trigger each time, as the buffs on the opponent will strengthen Magic's SP3 each time. So you really just gotta, you know, play it smart when you're in between SP3s. You know, his Primal Fury's on a timer. You know, he's got a number of champs listed in his bio where the timer is reduced. For champs not listed, I believe it's 13 seconds. And then with the reduction in time, it's like 10 seconds for all the champs listed in his bio. So yeah, I mean, you kind of get a feel for it, the timing of it during the fight, how much you can attack into him, and you know how quick the Primal Fury is set to come back up. So you really just want to make sure you're not going to be putting a hit into him when that triggers, as you know, with his Unstoppable basic attacks, he can attack right through. So if you were throwing a special at the moment it triggered, you know, using another champ like say Dr. Voodoo or something, placing poisons on him with special ones, you don't have to worry about it if you're triggering the special when it triggers, as special attacks can go right through the Unstoppable against champion, but basic attacks won't. So you just have to be mindful of that. Really not too bad in the end. So yeah, that was the champion on node 29. And next up I have the node 34 Burden of Might Vigor node. This was a rank 4 skill champ and ended up being a Massacre. You know, nothing really bad about this fight. Brought in OGV for the fight. I don't think there's really anything special about Massacre as a defender, really. Maybe on stun immune, if you're not really intercepting and baiting the heavies, he can build up those charges, and then can place incinerates on you. I don't know exactly how it works. But yeah, on this node with OG Vision, nothing too bad. I don't think he's generally that good of a defender anyway, kind of more of a diversity placement. But yeah, that was node 34, rank 4 Massacre. Now next up I have the node 36, Rolling Thunder, Stun Immune, Bleed, and Breakthrough node, and it is a rank 5 science champ with charges. And from looking at his profile, I already knew this was a MODOK. This was why I needed a different third champ. I wasn't sure if maybe a Thing or a MODOK might be here. These guys did place a number of dupes actually in our group. The game plan here was to really just try and, you know, stick close with baiting the heavies so I could stack up the spores and try to place the G-gens to hold the spores. But he constantly kind of backs off, turtles up, backs off, doesn't always, you know, cooperate with when I'm turtling up, throwing the heavies and stuff. And I don't know, I get real sloppy in this fight, like really sloppy. You see right there, I triggered his auto block and I threw a second hit, and he immediately countered with his special, which caught me off guard. With MODOK, you really shouldn't even hit into him past his auto block. You see there, I threw a 4-hit combo into it again. Shouldn't have done it. I do have the 10 spores up, which is nice. It's ticking away at him. That is, I don't know. I took a combo where I dropped my guard. Then his SP1, I like just didn't even react to it at all. I tried to block it and apparently dropped my guard again. So I don't know what was going on in this fight. It was all kinds of sloppy. Omega Red though, he's a beast, especially on this node where I had the bleed on me for so long, keeping the death field up, and managed to hold the spores on him decently. So in the end got him down, but pretty sloppily. But yeah, rank 5 MODOK on node 36. And next up is the node 48 mini, and this will be my last fight of the war. It is the Kinetic Reactor with 10% Limber and Plague Mind. and it's a rank 4 Heimdall, so nothing too bad here. Gonna bring in magic. Um, you know, Heimdall's got the 25% chance after using a special with True Strike buff up to auto block and can trigger a parry on it, so gotta make sure I bait this SP1 out of him. And here, I space the special just right to be able to throw the heavy right off the special and take down the True Strike buff. Now here, I got my first SP2, and you notice the Plague Mind's just about to tick, and I do a 3-hit combo, throw my special right as it ticks, and manage to retain all the power from her SP2 with the power steal and everything. So at that point, I mean, this fight's a wrap. You know, it wouldn't have been bad even if I didn't time that so well, but very easy with being able to retain the power and then just keep cycling some SP2s. So yeah, nothing too bad there. You see here, we ended up tying this war, so hats off to MMXIV, good war to them, and thanks for watching.